Shalom, giving all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the elect. All right, and as you can see, the title of this article, all right, which is the true pandemic amongst many that continues to be swept under the rug. It's a reoccurring theme, all right, with the biblical Edomites. Okay, and it's the topic of, human trafficking, which you got to be careful even speaking on these things, because we live in a society where you would think, people who were involved in these practices, all right, would be outed, okay, hunted down, and not suppressed. You see? So there's a witch hunt for those who tell the truth. Meanwhile, all right, these pedo rings and everything else that continuously pops up that are known about are constantly suppressed. The fact that the Roman Catholic Church is still running, all right, knowing what they are a part of and what they constantly do, shows you that we're living in a wicked society, all right, ran by wicked people. That's why the scripture said the wicked shall be revealed, and it's happening right before our eyes. And this is why they constantly force feed you with propaganda to cover up what's actually going on. And see, these types of websites that report on these things, all right, are now being, silenced. Even DuckDuckGo said we're only going to post news from mainstream media. And why is that? Because these Edomites are losing the info war. As it says in 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, all right, corruption shall be overcome. And corruption is how this devil has ruled in his wicked, unprudent government. All right. And real quick, I want to plug this video because I believe it will be a good watch for you brothers and sisters. This is a righteous rant by the elder brother REOCCURRING. Our little ones are prey. All right, here in this world, when you look at the agendas that are being forced on our children, and then the stories that are coming out about what constantly happen to children, okay, on a daily basis, even as you are listening to this video, somewhere there are children being tortured, raped, used as what? Sex slaves, which is wicked as hell, man. Sex slaves, period, is wicked. In the kingdom, we'll have concubines, but we're not going to have a sex slave locked up somewhere, okay, beating the shit out of them, torturing them, burning them, with fire, cutting their toes off, cutting their tongues out, decapitating them, and then having sex with them. They're hanging up somewhere, bleeding, with a sock in their mouth. Okay, torturing them. Nah, that's what's done in this world. That's what the heathen do. We're gonna have concubines, and if any of you heathen make it that far, all right, because it's only gonna be the creme de la creme, all right, you'll be better off than the rest of the slaves. All right. But anyway, check out this video. All right. The channel is GMS Fear the Most High 7 Ba. Okay. It's a good video. It's heartfelt. And, he's playing a clip of a video where a guy, who was privy, all right, to particular things that these elite do. And it's well known what they do. It's not a secret. All right. But for some reason, the mainstream news don't make a big deal about these things because children are a prey here. Okay. One of the devil loves to attack innocence. He pollutes everything. And children, when you go into that whole order on the left hand side, all right, to have sex with a child, 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 all right, Okay, which, there's something chemically that happens to a child in their spinal cord when that, you know, but that's the highest form of sexual magic. Okay, the cremation of care. These people that run and operate the society, even the ones that you who are linked in with them, who you look at as leaders, your celebrities, they're all a part of some state that they don't think and operate, okay, on a righteous playing field. Anyway, going back to this article, okay, because if you notice over the last couple of years since that whole PIZZA thing came out, GATE, all right, where various names came up, all right, that you people are walking around. Here it is, you people are walking around here cursing out Putin, but look what your so-called leaders are a part of, and what's come out about them. But Disney, okay, the what's that? I can't think of the name. It's always coming up. The Pentagon. All of these places, that operate, they're always tied to child PORN. Okay, and all of these various other things, and it always comes out, but then you'll notice somehow it's swept under the rug. The Epstein thing. That just they were able to just sweep that away. All these big names are still floating out there that were his cohorts who flew over to the island, who had the keys to the city. Well, who are they? Where are they at? What are they doing now? Did they stop? But this is a theme that has been tied to you goddamn Edomites for ages. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd on Wednesday announced the arrest of 108 people as a part of Operation March Madness 2, a 6-day undercover operation. One of the Disney employees was a 27-year-old man who worked, and the ones who worked for Facebook, the one who worked for Google, all of these higher ups, this is what they're doing. They're part of a network, all right, where actual humans are trafficked, man. Okay? This shit is wicked as hell, man. Tortured, raped. Right? It says the man allegedly sent sexual images of himself and graphic sexual messages to undercover detective who was posing online as a 14-year-old girl. And it goes deeper than they go as young as newborn. See, and they put this stuff, these little stories leak as if they're really doing something about it, but really it's more gruesome than we can even imagine what's happening. Okay? It says another Disney employee arrested was a 24-year-old man who worked at the Cosmic Restaurant. Other Disney employees arrested were a 45-year-old IT worker and 27-year-old software developer. And Disney is known for the freak nasty. When you look at Disney, it has 666 in the wording. You look at it with a spiritual eye. Gee, I simply can't imagine why people like that would oppose a bill that prohibits sexualizing kids age 4 to 8 in the classroom. And if you look at the narratives that are now being pushed on children, it's absolutely sick. With the stuff that they're pushing on these children, man. Okay? Now, you can read the rest of this article on your own, but I want to get 2 scriptures, all right? Because you see that title, right? Okay, you can't say this too much. I'm going to just highlight it. See this title, right? You see that word that's highlighted in blue, right? Well, this is one of many scandals that were so-called exposed, but there's this the whole system. What do you think goes on over there in Ukraine? It came out that that's one of the highest functioning rings of them all, but that's just how the Edomite gets down. The soul which is lifted up in him is not right. Now I want to get the book Well, as a matter of fact, let me read this first. Speaking of the Edomites. Verse 4, with thy wisdom and with thine understanding hast thou gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into your treasures. Woe to now, ye rich men. All right. Through your technology, through your blessing, you've been able to pretty much get a lot of control. All right. It says, and by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Now, let's look up this word traffic. Because he's not just trafficking drugs. He's not just trafficking minerals. One of the biggest things that they're trafficking, all right, is humans. This word traffic, ra-ka-la, merchandise, traffic, trade. All right, recall, to go about, trafficker, trader. And they do this on a high level. They have a thing called the dark web, and it's all kinds of stuff going on in this wicked ass world, man. And nothing's being done about it. The whole adoption system, CPS, all of these places are hubs where these things go on right under the nose of you people. But they force so much propaganda down your throat. They put so much garbage in your food that the average person is just, you know, a dildo head. That's why the scriptures say the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care. You people don't have any care about righteousness. The stuff that's happening to children and the stuff that constantly pop up with the elites and the people who, your governors, your government, because your boy Biden was a part of it too. Trump, all of them are a part of it. Okay, these people get down on a whole nother level, man. But here, reading about Esau, which is Babylon the Great, okay, we see that traffic is one of the main, his that's one of his goals. That's how he makes a lot of money. That's how he operates. Now, let's go to the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter. Because we didn't even need to read that article to know that this is how they get down. I mean, it constantly comes up. But we're the bad guys. All of this stuff is happening worldwide. All of these functioning, industries, Disney, the Pentagon, the Roman Catholic Church, the U.S. government, all of these places are filled with this type of behavior, and it's constantly being outed. But that's not a pandemic. Anyway, we're going to read the particular things that Babylon were able to trade and import, all right, that made them rich, all right, because this is speaking of Babylon the Great, okay, Babylon, that great city, okay, where the Israelites would be held captive hardcore in the latter days, man. So I'm going to just get to the point. It says, and cinnamon, verse 13, and odors and ointments and frankincense, right, were imported unto her, because frankincense is not native, all right, to the Americas. So they have to get these things imported. Okay, this is a consumer nation, and these nations are made rich, dealing with America. Okay, that's why they're going to be so messed up when it's destroyed. And fine flour and wheat and beast, all right, and they spoil the beast. See? And sheep and horses and chariots and slaves. Now, when you read up, as a matter of fact, how are these things traded? Verse 17, for in 1 hour so great riches has come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as traded by sea stood afar off. So these things are traded and trafficked by sea primarily, which through everything that's happening, that's, that those systems and how you get things have been slowed down, but that's a whole nother lesson for a whole nother time. Okay. It says, go back up here. So it says, and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. All right. You read it in the NLT. And bodies, that is human slaves. Okay. This right here gives you an insight into the wickedness. And what do you think they're doing with them? They're sex slaves. Labor slave, children. Right now, all of these things are happening in abundance. Let's look up the word slaves. But I'll get a strike for this. But fuck it, man. You'll get a strike for exposing pedos in America and on YouTube. This place is filthy, man. Someone that would try to harm and to manipulate a child and lock them away and torture and just like, you wicked, man. Yeah, in our ancient customs, all right, women were, started the process of getting groomed for marriage and betrothed and marriage, at 12, 13, 14, but it was for the purpose of family, not to be no goddamn sex slave and tortured, used and abused, man. And a lot of these people you see that are out on the streets, bugged out, sick, a lot of these crazy ass people you see on TV that they putting in front of you as on Love and Hip Hop, a lot of them are victims of that. See? These colleges are big parts of that. The NBA, NFL, a lot of these little, remember it came out, Kenny Anderson came out. Man, when I was in high school and college, man, my coach, he was just using it, just bending me over. He came out and told the truth. How much more of these athletes that have made it to certain levels, all right, were a part of that system, man? Most of their fathers weren't around. Okay, so they're prey, man. And this is an ongoing narrative in this wicked ass society, man. Why hasn't Vocab Malone stopped at the Roman Catholic Church and put that stupid ass microphone in their face and asked them why in the hell does the concept of molestation of children keep happening with your church? That's why Yahweh Shemiah Shai has pronounced judgment on this place, man. And we're here to proclaim it. And we're putting our necks on the lines to proclaim it, man, because we're a sacrifice. All of you stupid niggas do is sit there and play game. Nobody's really getting on Esau like that, too, man. How does he get, Anyway, the word is soma in the Greek. The body, both of men or animals, and they have the animal sex too. It's a big part of this society. As a matter of fact, in America right now, 10 states, it's legal to have sex with an animal. About 10 states. It used to be more, but now in other places, it's a fine. You go to jail. Now, in the law, you and the animal got to go back to the spiritual realm. Okay? It says, dead body or corpse, which that's a part of this, I think it's whatever, of the living body of animals, the bodies, yada, 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 and an NLT. But anyway, it's speaking of human beings, man. All right? Trafficked. Okay? Slaves. And the souls of men. See that? They have the souls of men, the psyche. Through their technology, they're able to do and try to start to now have your soul, man. Anyway. This ongoing narrative, all right, with you Edomites, while you're sitting around here trying to blame Putin, while you're sitting around here trying to make everybody else out to be the boogeyman, your ass is the boogeyman. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is getting ready to, man, the Lord is getting ready to destroy you Edomites, man. Because this is a wicked rulership. The fact that this all just continues to come out and go on, and your mainstream news never makes a big deal of it, shows you that the earth needs new management and new rulership, man. So I just wanted to bring that out, man. Shalom.